Hello, hello, hello. Anyone here already? Hey, Ilya. So, yeah, just had to grab a bite to eat, because I somehow lost an hour somewhere in the last 2 hours. There was just one. There should have been two. So, that was weird. But now we're here, now we're live. Sorry about that. Now I'm getting the wave emote. Not sure if we have a lot of delay or if that emote was just hiding from you. But yeah. So, let me check a few last things before we dive in. Suddenly I'm very warm. It's not even nervousness, it's just warm. Why? The day was fine. Weather is weird. Traveled a bit last week and some trains were fine. Some bus rides just straight out killed me. Don't know what to do with all that heat. Yeah, okay. Think we can get to it. I was recently scrolling through my Steam library looking for something to do, effectively. And yeah, ended up rediscovering Gothic, which I haven't touched in forever, I guess. And forever is not even that much of an exaggeration. Gothic came out, I want to say, in the early 2000s, and was not my first computer game, but my first RPG, and one I sank a decent amount of time into. No one knows how much, because Steam didn't exist yet, and people got games from the store, you know, as physical CDs. No, not DVDs, CDs. Installers had to fit within 700 megabytes and contain the whole game, because not every home had an internet connection for first day patches. And I can tell you, Gothic is no stranger to bugs, especially game-breaking ones. And as it is now shipping as Gothic Classic over on Steam, it comes pre-patched, in part with community-made patches. And without those, the end fight was not possible. Items were missing. That it was a different time. We had diskettes. I brought some homework into school on floppy disk for the first few things that went digital. Back when our math teacher taught us the very, very basics of spreadsheets and getting calculations in Microsoft Excel. Reminiscing about old times here. So, currently I think everyone in chat is older than the game, but there might be people showing up later that definitely were not around at that time. So, let me change scene here a bit, get our background music down and paused, and throw us into the game. Let me put that up here. And please tell me about the audio levels. Or creative writing on floppies is also Also a good way to bring homework in. Yeah, let me try some sound effects. Seem pretty quiet to me. Gonna have to see what dialogue and also cutscenes gonna bring. I'm gonna push my mouse aside because if I remember correctly, I'm gonna be playing with only the keyboard here and very non-standard things from back in the day. But yeah, we're gonna start with a cutscene, and it's gonna give us some world building, and yeah, gonna check within you right after that.
The kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna interrupt this here, because it is supposed to be showing a video. Let me try that replay option, but if it stays dark, I'm gonna have to do some live debugging.
The kingdom of Murtana, united
it worked
by
the
King
other
Robar
day.
II.
Restart the things. Okay, I'm gonna have to quit out of that. And debug what's going on here. Let me check my settings. Okay, that's a pretty old version. 805. Yeah, I'm gonna play around a bit with the Proton compatibility layer here. I did have a working combination of software prepared last time. That's the mod launcher. Did not expect that one. Fine. I mean, kind of has to be patched, right? Okay, the intro or the logo sequence is now in full screen, which is different from earlier, and it plays, which is nice. There's no sound, and all color is blown out to hell and back. That's starting to look a bit more like the actual game again. Okay. But there is no sound, at least for me, and not for OBS either. That is mildly concerning. Why no sound? Game, please. Game, please. Gonna give us some more music for the meantime. While I keep debugging this. Unless my whole sound just decided to stop working. Oh, come on. OBS still picks up the right mic, that's good, but I don't use Spotify either. Let me restart the game again. Let's see if Spotify wants to come back up again. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, everything went a little bit too smooth last time, it feels. Okay. Still no music. Not for me, not for anyone. Why? Did hear something for just a second. Okay, but that's the wrong audio output. Gonna reconnect my headset here. Okay, I hear music again. I think you hear music again. Let's see if that also fixed the game audio. Let's see if it starts up. Doesn't seem like it wants to. Yeah, let's restart the launcher. That was also simpler back in the day. Either it worked or it didn't, but it didn't have 15,000 ways it could break. Just 3. Now that sounds like the game. It also sounds a bit loud. Okay, let me get into the sound of things. Okay, we'll have to see about dialogue. Music should be fine. Okay, in that case, let's try that intro sequence again and let's see where it leads us this time.
kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II.
That's better.
During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one.
Graphics indeed. Top-notch graphics from back in my day.
The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Corinus. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Corinus was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day. Another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram. Get up. I'm Diego. I'm not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now. If you plan to stay alive for a while, you should talk to me. But of course, I won't keep you from choosing your own destruction. Well, what do you think?
Welcome to the happiest place on this earth, the colony. Game sounds crunchy. Is it supposed to not sound that clean? It's probably a bit crunchy. It's very old recordings with not that high of a sample rate. Does it sound actively bad or just a bit dated? Because now that we're having a look at the very much clean-lined, low-poly in-game graphics, it's yeah, just weird. Yeah, pretty much. The triangle that makes his ponytail. Yeah, it's not all that much. And this introduction is everything we're gonna get for our main character. He's the convict. Community refers to him as the nameless hero, and he has a face and a voice, and that's pretty much it. Blank slate to project onto. Because who needs backstory for the main character if we have a rich, filled world? let's see what Diego can give us for the start.
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp. There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
How do I get to the old camp?
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
That's sparking confidence. That's gonna be a bit of a trip to get there as well.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something useful. The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
If you keep telling that to every new convict who falls in here, dear Diego, there's not gonna be much more useful things in like 5 new arrivals. So maybe come up with some sort of backup.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch, because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need protection. Everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
Now that we have had some dialogue, is the dialogue less crunchy than what you hear from the rest of the game? Because the dialogue is mostly clear. The sound effects might be a bit crunchy, maybe even the music, but the dialogue is mostly clear. So if I can get another feedback comment on that, that's probably something I could either look into or we can accept for now.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there, but if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
Vinyl crackling quality. I think that's pretty much on brand, but the voices are fine. Oh yeah, and the most important part of info we got during that intro, we have this weird letter.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they threw me in here.
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely to happen.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only Gomez's people are allowed to enter the castle.
So yeah, very thankful that Diego is such a stand-up guy and friendly, because he doesn't have any reason. And reminder, everyone in this colony is a convict. Their crimes might be different. Some people killed someone, some people stopped serving the military, some people stole a piece of bread. But yeah, not everyone in here is gonna be friendly. Very few people, actually. Okay, so keeping that letter to ourselves. Yeah, thanks for the voice feedback. Let's hear more about the people here.
Who's Gomez?
Gomez is the most powerful ore baron. He's the boss of the old camp, the most powerful man in the colony.
Let's assume I want to join his people. What do I need to do?
At the gate of the castle, you'll find a man called Thoris. Tell him Diego sent you.
That's easy enough. And all the dialogue options. Maybe we can get our feet onto dry land finally.
Thanks for your help.
We'll meet in the old camp.
Welcome to the colony. This is... why do all of them have Latin names? That's a good question. It's not gonna be for everyone, but yeah, the first few people definitely do. Okay, the controls are is D. That's weird, they used to be on the arrow keys. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. Let me get into the settings there. Keyboard. Into. Okay, they tried to put the arrow keys on the functional ones above. That's a weird one. Okay, backwards, cursor down, turn left, turn right, strafe left and right. That's gonna be a bit of a problem, so I don't have more of those keys. I don't do that all that often anyway, so that should be fine. Weapons on space, actions on left control, jump and sidestep on left and right alt, run on the left shift, sneak on A, okay, look around, inventory on tab, status, missions and notes, okay. It's coming back to me. Yeah, the Gothic series, or at least the first entry of the series, is the reason why in Minecraft the very first keybind I changed when I set up a new client used to be, for the longest time, I'm slowly getting away from that in just last half year or so, is to put the inventory from E over to tab, because that's where the inventory lived forever for me, at least. Okay, let's get back to the game and maybe even save game on. So we have the dialogue done. Alright, now I can move with the arrow keys. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird control scheme. And yeah, sprint on shift, no, walking is on shift. So, misnomer there. Weird control screens. I'm now gonna press and hold Alt, and it shows me I can step up here. So I pressed forward once, now hanging on the edge. I can let go of Alt, or I can pull myself up. When's the last time you had to press a combination of keys to do something? Control to interact and control forward to interact with an object, in this case picking it up. Okay, I got my inventory on the right side. Weapons, armor, magic, artifacts, food, potions, writings, and miscellaneous. And here's the letter to the Magician of Fire. Yeah, Gothic 2 had a bit more, slightly more modernized controls, and the first instinct when I booted it up was to try and get the control scheme of Gothic 1 back into it. Alright, see you in a bit. Let's see if there's anything interesting around here though. Ah, we start glowing blue if we get too close to the barrier, which is somewhere here, because yeah, I can move the camera with my mouse. That's the only thing it's good for. This is the platform that brings goods and people in, unless you're just pushed down the cliff, like I was. But yeah, this platform is usually moving up and down. And yeah, bringing out the ore and bringing in goods. The the eagle-eyed under you probably saw that there was a woman on the platform that came in, who gave out a bit of a yelp when she slipped through the barrier. And that is one of the 3 or 4 different or 2 or 3 different models of women in the whole game, and one of at most 5 voice lines for all women in the game. It is a product of its time in not the best of ways. Gonna get into that a bit more later, but yeah. Apparently there are no criminal women. Everyone thrown in here as a convict is male, and if the people here demand women for their ore, the king will provide these women. But there's more people here. Let's see if we can get to them. Yeah, climbing ladders while holding control and pressing forward. Ori and some guard. Let's see.
How's it going?
Good. None of the rogues from the new camp are to be seen anywhere.
Okay, so the new camp folks are mostly rogues. That's also good to know. We're gonna have three choices later here. Welcome in, welcome in. It is a top game. It's been years for me, but yeah, it was my first RPG back in the day. Yeah, trying to relive some of that. Maybe for once actually finish it, because I never did. I'm only familiar with the ending because of the fan-made movie, which is basically the game pre-animated, more or less like a walkthrough without the overlay, and a few additional voice lines. So a full feature-length film, hour and a half at least, in this graphic style. It's glorious what people did back then.
What are you doing here?
Making sure no one gets near the exchange place, especially one of those cutthroats from the new camp. You're the new guy they chucked in today, right?
That's me.
Then you'd better watch out for the guys from the new camp. I work for the old camp, same as the others you saw at the exchange place. I assume you've talked to Diego.
Yes, I have.
Good. Then you know what's what around here.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole thing here, so just gonna check off a few world building things here for you guys.
Why do I have to watch out for the guys from the new camp?
Compared to the new camp, the old camp's a quiet, peaceful sort of place. The new camp doesn't get any deliveries from the outside world. Most of the rogues there just steal whatever they need.
I saw a woman being sent down with the goods.
Yeah, the ore barons get everything they want.
Do you mean to say the king exchanges women for ore?
They're convicted criminals too, of course. But if Gomez hadn't asked for them, they'd be sitting in some dungeon or other.
Oh, I
I'm
forgot
not
about
sure
that detail.
what's worse.
Yeah, it's not really a great life here, but I hope they're being fed adequately. At least there's someone who cooks for the ore barons, so maybe they will get some proper food here at the very least. The human interactions are not that great though. Got a tip for a weapon?
I'm looking for a weapon.
There should be some old weapons by the derelict mine further down the canyon. But don't go and start a war with nothing but a rusty pickaxe for a weapon. Those things are slow and heavy. An inexperienced fighter should never use one of them unless it's an emergency.
Okay, thanks for the tip.
You'd better make sure you reach the old camp in one piece.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Wrong key. Okay, let's see if we can find something here. Oh yeah, meat bug. Little insects that can give me a bit of meat. I can eat raw or cook up for some health, as well as berries. More berries, a few arrows. Tumbler. Yeah, time to pick up everything and anything. For example, beer. Yeah, why not some coins? There's no carry limit or anything. But a torch and picklock. I'd call it a lockpick, but anyway, nice to have. Yeah, Ori also gave us a bit of a tip about the pickaxes being slow and heavy. Because pretty much every weapon has its own attack patterns and possible combinations. So let me put on that. So I can just press forward or hold control and then press forward or sideways, but I have to kind of figure out the timing of any combination that the weapon might or might not allow to get some hits in with at best not getting hit, and I can block as well, not continuously but well enough. So if I remember correctly, there was a bit of a problem hitting the meat bugs with the weapon. No, it works. Getting some bug meat in here. Alright. Yeah, so much for the introduction to mechanics for now. I know I should just go through the canyon, but can't hurt that much to give everything a look. And you will see me save regularly enough. Because especially at the start, I'm pretty squishy. And pretty thankful that this mole rat did not attack me in time. But it gives me some proper raw meat. And we're getting rain. Okay, upgrading to a rusty sword. Let's see. Rice schnapps. Couldn't call it sake because we're too far west for that. Wonder how that got here. Rice schnapps is usually found and drank around the new camp actually. I hope that rain doesn't destroy the frame rate for long. Okay, but let's see what comes up next on the road. A gallows tree. How charming. And these bird creatures. Right. This is our introduction to scavengers, or juvenile ones at least. Oh, rusty sword is good enough for those. I don't know if they look more like birds or more like dinosaurs. They screech like birds, so that maybe counts for something. But yeah, so far only the juvenile versions of creatures. I'm pretty thankful for that. Before we get some armor, this is gonna be pretty rough. Yeah, they did. It's true. Let's see. Rusty sword versus old sword. The old sword requires more strength, but also has more damage. And that was the logs. Which hotkey was for my stats? Okay. Settings, keyword, S or B. Okay. Did I just drink something, or what was that water sound? Oh, that was my hydration reminder. I thought that was from the game, because the game has a similar fluid sound with some props. But yeah, let's keep hydrated. Alright, okay, here on my left the attributes strength is 10, so that's what I'm starting out with. So this is just enough to use this old sword. We don't have a guild, we're level 0. Experience is mostly gotten from quests and monsters. Monsters respawn when we advance to the next chapter, so it is advised to kill all monsters you can before advancing in the story to the next chapter, so you can farm more experience, because it's a finite resource. And skill points allow us to train our attributes at some point, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for that. Fighting skills, that's also something we can improve over time, assuming we can find a teacher. And it is possible to open locks and pickpocket people, but currently we are unskilled in both and have a 90% failure rate. No magic that we've learned so far. We're not good at sneaking, and we're not all that acrobatic. And we have 0 protection. Okay. So at least some overview what's happening. Yeah, bunny hopping is not gonna help in this game. Scavengers, when they see us, they will start screaming and whip their heads, and at some point run into us. Which is nice to kite out single ones from larger groups. Time to collect plants, even though I'm never gonna get into alchemy. Yeah. It feels maybe a bit out of place, not entirely. People. Okay. More berries. Yeah, food is what heals us, so I'm gonna pick up food I can.
But keep it to yourself, people.
Can you talk to us?
Hey, you.
Oh,
What do you
give it
want?
to me.
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them, once you know how.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you? There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe, but even there you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
Yeah, you're not gonna gift me that stuff though, are you?
Where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Yeah, so this is our first introduction to people from the new camp. They have these blue accents on their mostly fur clothing, as opposed to the red stuff we saw from the people from the old camp. So we have those two factions sorted out. And yeah, for a bit of ore he's gonna sell me something. So I mentioned old coins when I picked them up. Those are not the currency in here. In here it's chunks of ore, which can be mined from the earth, but that's proper mining operation, nothing we're gonna do all that much of. And yeah, these chunks of ore are the local currency here. And the best way to get it is collect or hunt stuff and sell it to any traders to get more of it. Maybe get some from quests occasionally. And yeah, try to get by with that so we can trade up. I collected a tumbler and some arrows and all that. All that is stuff we can sell, not for much, but collecting enough junk allows us to clear out one or two traders all the time. More about the areas, yeah, I think that could be a bit informative. Probably the best source early game.
Tell me more about the areas of the colony.
If you travel between the camps, you'll need a map to distinguish paths and dead ends. Dead ends often lead you to dangerous canyons where you encounter creatures you'd better avoid. Do not enter the old ruins. There are too many around here, and most of them are old fortifications dating back to the time of the First Orc War. Some are abandoned orc dwellings. There are often orcs in those ruins, or even worse creatures. I'd avoid those places, especially at night. And one more hint, don't go into the forest.
Yeah, where do I get the map? In the old camp, where I get pretty much anything early game. I can say my thanks here.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind.
Okay, Drax, what do you have to tell us about scavenger hunting?
You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do to start with, then we'll see.
Yeah, that is the other type of currency. A lot of people are willing to share info over a beer.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Scavengers. That's what we call the big birds. Should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
Just don't get hit. Get good, bro.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer. If you know how, you can take the creature's teeth, claws, and skin. It's hard to get them, but they are valuable. At least every merchant will trade those things with you.
Yeah, that's pretty much one of the best ways to get some ore in. But yeah, we don't have any. I think we picked up 1 or 2 chunks earlier, and we don't have any skill points. Telling him he's demanding a lot is not gonna help anyway. So yeah, these hunter abilities are gonna come later for us. But we can get a bit more XP, I think.
Put the weapon away! Put it away!
Yeah, and people do react to you being around or sneaking around, and especially if you start stealing stuff. Okay, they all became irritated. Inch closer. Just want one at first. Oh boys, that's my XP. That's why I wanted to not kite them all that far. No XP for me, I guess. But yeah, people are talking amongst themselves, and there's...
Some people never learn.
Yeah, some iconic lines. Some people never learn.
People always talk.
I don't know all that many of the English lines, though. Because I played in German.
Maybe.
It's never a coherent conversation, but it's sometimes funny to see what they're up to. Another opportunity for some XP. If I press the right buttons, that is. People at the bridge are already fighting other things as well. Here we got enough beer. I got this bug meat. Yeah, why not? Gonna avoid the raw meat until I can cook it. Orc leaf will heal and Seraphis will heal as well. Let me take that one. But ignore that scavenger for now. Keep him to the left here. That's interesting over here. Not really. Okay, and right across the bridge, this fortification is the old camp. So let's see if we can't get in there. Not gonna stop me? Okay. I can work with that. Over there in the cave, more mole rats, more scavengers. There's always some creatures around. So yeah, getting some hunting skills is nice indeed. More stuff. Alright, you gonna let us in?
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Let's see. I plan to take on the whole camp. Diego said to meet him.
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
That was easy.
Any news?
Nah, everything's the same as ever.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
That's really not my problem.
Okay, so here's the old camp.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
Let me try not to run into too many people at first.
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
But yeah, these pots make a lot of water noises, and some of them sound similar to my hydration reminder. That's why I was irritated earlier.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
What about the 2 other camps?
The 2 other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. The ore has some inherent magic properties and magic energies within it. And yeah, that's what the Mages of Water, the Circle of Water, is trying to exploit. Get rid of the barrier. And yeah, the Fire Mages, they don't pursue any escape plans. Neither do the Ore Barons of the old camp, because they get everything they want delivered from the outside at the price of shipping out some rocks. That's a cozy life. Yeah, and about the swamp camp, or as Diego said, the sect loonies. That's one of the things where I said it's the game is a product of its time. People are not all that sensitive and don't give a damn about any sensitivities or tolerance or whatever. So yeah, there's gonna be some odd language in here and there. About that barrier, though.
Tell me more about the barrier.
There isn't much to tell. It's impenetrable.
What happens if I just walk out of here?
The last one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of here.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here? But you've only just arrived.
That's true.
Take care.
Okay, let's see. He told us earlier, though, that we were to talk to a man by the gate, named Thoros. And tell him that we want to work for Gomez.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego.
That sounds like a fair deal.
Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you. And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
Yeah, but they kind of have to be weirdly helpful. Because, what other ways do you have to tell a newcomer how things work? If you're not telling them outright. It feels weird from our perspective, but it's how games were made back then.
There must be something you want done.
No, the things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Let's keep persistence.
So you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far, but he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Okay, note to self, do not piss off the mages.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Okay, so where is he and what do you want
Where
me
can
to
I
do?
find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it.
Okay. So, Taurus laid out the path that we'd have to take to join the old camp. And we know of a few people who can tell us about the new camp and how things are over there. And, spoiler, there's also people of the swamp camp somewhere here in the Outer Ring who can tell us a bit about that place. So I'm gonna stick to the Outer Ring for now, gather some intel, and later on we can maybe take a vote on where we're going, even though today we're likely not gonna get to actually join any of the camps. Technically we can do all join quests up until the point of where we are actually joining them and just farm experience. Okay, I'm gonna avoid that hut for reasons I'll tell you later. Let's first tell Diego about his new job.
I've talked to Thoris.
And what did he say?
He says that I can join the old camp if you think that I'm good enough.
Looks like I have myself a new job.
Do we start right now?
First, there are a few things you should know.
What do I have to know to be accepted in the old camp?
If you want to join the camp, you'll have to earn some brownie points. There are a few influential people in the Outer Ring. Most of them are shadows. If you manage to impress them, it'll earn you a few brownie points. Then you'll have to stand the test of faith. Besides, there are a lot of skills every new arrival has to learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you'll be for us.
Where do I find the important people?
Well, you're looking at one of them. Then there's Thoris. You already know him. As for the others, you'll have to find that out by yourself. If you don't manage to do that, you don't belong here anyway. Just go through the Outer Ring and talk to people. Then you'll find out who's important.
Yeah, brownie points is an interesting choice for this translation. Maybe there's some cocoa, but considering that in the second game, what was it? Coffee or tea or some specialty tea? Something that we don't think twice about these days was a novelty from faraway lands, so they're very medieval fantasy over here.
Who can teach me?
Start with Fingers. He's the most skillful among us. If you keep your eyes peeled, you'll find other people who can teach you.
Where can I find Fingers?
His hut's kind of hidden. It's next to the castle wall. Just start out here and go towards the arena. When you're at the castle gate, go down to the left and you'll be heading for the arena.
You're very probably right.
Okay, so collect some bonus points with people around here and then test of faith.
What's the test of faith?
You have to go to the old mine. There you'll meet a guy called Ian. He'll give you a list. This list is important. It contains all the items the guys in the mine need from us. They'll get the stuff with the next convoy.
No problem.
Yes, there is a problem. The new camp must not get that list. Like I said, the list is important. If you do it right, you'll get much further.
If the list is so important, why should Ian give it to me?
Because you're going to tell him Diego sent you.
I'll tell him.
Diego sent me feels like some override master password at this point.
Where can I find the old mine?
Go to Graham. He's a cartographer. Tell him that I sent you and that you need a map. It'll show you the way to the mine. He lives to the left of the north gate.
Okay, that's gonna be our first map.
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Can you teach me something?
Yes, I can teach you to improve your dexterity or your strength.
That wasn't very clever.
Pretty easily, for free, but gonna require skill points, so only after level up.
Come back soon. There are many things you need to learn.
Let's talk about something else instead.
And my esteem within the camp.
What about my esteem within the camp?
I've talked to a few people.
And?
The business with Mordrag is really quite a job. He's not bad as a warrior. You should exercise if you really want to defeat him. Get on with it. There are still many things to do if you want to get anywhere here in the camp.
You gotta watch what you tell people.
Yeah, so that was a short list. So that's basically the option for Diego to tell us how far we've come within the camp and gonna tell us at which point we're ready to join.
Take care.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
Let's look around. We have Grim, Shadow. Shadow is the lower rank of Gomez's people. I don't know if Guard is the translation for the next rank. And yeah, that might already be it. It's pretty Shadow hierarchies there. But there is a day-night cycle. So let's see if I can find my way to a place to sleep so we can skip the night in the end.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
Yeah, the diggers are basically the miners. So an even lower rank. Basically anyone can join the diggers. They're kinda part of camp, but not completely. Alright, over here's the arena that Diego mentioned. Let me find a few people to talk to. Random Shadow. Guy. Random guy named Guy. That has to be important.
Hello.
I haven't seen you before. You're new here, aren't you?
Just recently arrived.
Have you already decided which camp you want to join?
No, what do you think?
Well, it depends. Each camp has its advantages, I guess. Until you've made your decision, you can stay here. A hut just became available.
Which of the huts can I take for myself?
The hut over there with the little canopy is empty.
That's some good intel. Because if we enter any other hut, people are gonna get aggressive. Like the good stand your ground mentality. Or something like that.
What are the advantages of the old camp?
If you pay protection money to the guards, you can have a laid-back life here. They always interfere if one of the paying diggers is attacked. Besides, you can only get the goods from the outside world cheap here. These things are unaffordable in the other camps.
Forgot about the protection money. Oh, that's gonna be a whole thing.
And what if two people fight each other who both pay protection money?
Then the guards just watch until one of them kills the other. Then they do him in.
That's a lovely system. Stay hydrated, folks.
What goods are considered precious here?
Everything from the outside world. Bread, cheese, and bacon, and above all, beer and wine. Not the cheap rice schnapps from the new camp, but really good stuff. You always get a good price for weapons, and armor is really expensive. The guards took the old armor off the prison guards after they killed them. You can always recognize them by their armor. They only sell it to other guards. You could never get a hold of one as an outsider.
I think I've heard enough about the old camp.
I like it here.
Oh, what about the new camp?
What are the advantages of the new camp?
If you're cool about getting your throat cut for a slice of bread, you should go there. No, it's not that bad, but it's different from here. Here, Gomez takes care that things are sort of peaceful. In the new camp, there is no law. The only ones powerful enough to have a say there are the water mages, but they're too busy studying the barrier all day.
I mean, if I and my team were to build a prison and somehow manage to build the prison wall not in front of me but behind me, I'd be interested in what happened as well, because that's concerning.
What are the advantages of the old camp?
Oh,
if you pay protection money, besides.
I think I've heard enough.
What about the sect?
Why should I join the sect?
Well, you better ask somebody from the sect camp. There are always a couple of novices in the camp, and I'm sure they can tell you a lot about the sect. I've never been there myself, but according to everything that's said, they must be really generous. None of the three camps seems to be as much in need of new people as the sect camp.
Alright, getting pretty dark out here. Let's see, that's the hut with the canopy. Let's sleep there. I think I saw... yeah. And over here. Where I can hold control and press forward and backward to one by one until I get it all. Fry my meat so it heals more. Because 1 second is enough for this. That's how things work. Yeah, nice. Chest where I can store stuffs. I think the other one is empty as well. Yeah, I'm not close enough. Dear controls, please let me be. Yep, empty as well. Time to get some sleep until next morning. Slept well and feel better. Okay, now we can see a bit more.
That wasn't very clever.
Same old.
Yeah, we have the diggers in mining clothes, the shadows in their light red armor. There's a few guards in heavier armor. Some of them even have names.
Hey, you!
If you want to get rid of your protection money, you've picked the wrong day.
Yeah? Why's that?
'Cause I'm not here.
Something else instead.
Okay.
Oh? Where are you then?
I'm actually at the castle, sitting by the big campfire, drinking a mug of beer.
Then how come I'm talking to you?
Nick's vanished. This district is usually his responsibility. And until he reappears, Thoris has ordered me to guard it.
I'd better keep out of it.
Neck, you say?
There was a time when things would have gone.
Do you know where Nex got to?
No, and I'm not likely to find out. If anything, the diggers in this district might know something, but diggers don't talk to guards. Especially not now they know I hate this filthy work. I bet they're laughing behind my back.
Not gonna lie, I would as well.
Why don't you just collect some more protection money?
Nick did his rounds before he disappeared. There's not much left to collect now.
Well, maybe we can find him at some
Let
point.
me pass.
Yeah. Could just go around me. Random shadow. We talked to Guy. You're just a random guard. Yeah, basically the start is walking around the outer ring and see what important people we can find.
The worst shit.
Now that there's daylight though, I can take care of one of the products of its time. Like I mentioned, these people are not
I doubt that.
not all that interested in being nice. And sometimes that reflects in the storyline. So here we get a side character who seems friendly, but doesn't do anything but interrupt us from the moment he starts talking to us, which is gonna happen at some point, so I'm gonna get it out of the way. And the only way to get rid of him is when he dies. I really don't like that part, but it's basically unavoidable as long as I don't save anytime I try to walk past this part of camp and sneak around him, so gonna have to get it out of the way.
Hey man, new here? I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while, if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
He's even called Mud, which is so disrespectful. No one says anything outright, the other characters don't acknowledge him in any form. But yeah, he's heavily implied to be gay. That's his whole fucking crime. Oh yeah, let's go.
Come along.
Great, we can talk while we're going. Tell me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise? I like surprises.
Yeah, he's gonna start talking to us regularly now. Whenever he gets close enough, he's gonna start a conversation. Let's see. He's still following.
Hang on.
For someone who's running, he's not all that fast.
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes though.
We saw that cave entrance with the mole rats earlier. Maybe they can help us here. Oh yeah, he runs away from danger. Forgot. But we pulled one out. So that's something. Yeah, the adult animals give us 2 hunks of meat instead of 1. But they are also faster and hit harder. But they're fully hidden behind the trees, so that's not nice. Those hit a bit harder than the small ones. Let's see what they were guarding, if anything. Hell mushrooms, great. And a broken barrel. Not much more. And Mud apparently ran all the way home. Time to eat something. But yeah, raw meat gives us 10 health points back. Grilled meat, 15. And the ham for 18. Let me get that one in. And no mushroom. It's gonna be enough for now. While we're outside, we can just see, yeah, take a round and see what's outside of camp. Some people chilling by the river. Meat bug lagoon, yeah. I think they're not gonna like it if I just pick open their, or I just open that chest. Oh yeah, blood flies. They're fast. I'm not. Let's try to get by without fighting those. And just like that, 2 scavengers took us out. That's why I'm saving that much. I thought that was a lone scavenger. But no, apparently not. Maybe I'll walk through the outer ring. Got mud again.
Let's talk about something else instead. Same old story every time. That won't happen again. Some people never understand.
Unless he did get lost somewhere. Nice enough. What doing?
How's things?
Not bad. If you can cook well, you have many friends here. Would you like some of my rice stew?
Thanks.
You could do me a favor.
What can I do for you?
You must be used to good food. I have a new recipe. Meat bug ragu a la snaff with rice and mushrooms. You can have as much as you want, but I still need 3 meat bugs and some hell mushrooms. 5 should be enough.
Well, we just ate those, so I'm gonna have to recollect some of that.
Sounds good.
Then go and see you get me the things. The last one I sent just hasn't come back. Must have deserted to the new camp.
Who did you send?
Who was the guy you sent before me?
His name was Neck. He was pretty discontented here. I think he's in the new camp now. I sent him to collect mushrooms, but he didn't come back.
So, random cook in the outer ring sent a guard out to pick mushrooms. That's a funny one.
Where can I find meat bugs?
Everywhere where there's garbage laying around. You should be able to find some at the deserted huts near the castle wall. Don't get confused by their ugly looks. Once cooked, they are tasty.
Noted.
Where can I find hell mushrooms?
If you leave through the south gate, that's the collapsed tower. You'll see a plain directly in front of you. There's mushrooms growing there.
Okay, so that's where you sent the other guy, I suppose.
Let's talk about it.
Let's see if we can't find our way there. Take the low route though.
Maybe. Why does that happen over and over?
And here, the tower of the castle fell over. Oh, you hear that? That's a meat bug. You are very hard to hit when they're at the floor, on the floor, and your weapon is hitting the air. But apparently punching the air is fine. That's 3 more pieces of bug meat. Let me put on the weapon again. Because I'm gonna forget otherwise. Oh yeah, I can also open that box. But it's empty. Okay. Worth a shot. You look fearsome.
Ah, new face.
What do you want?
I want to offer you help. You're new here and the new ones always get into trouble. You could save yourself a lot by making a small donation. Just 10 ore, man. It ain't much to ask.
I don't think I have 10.
Here's 10 ore, and you'll have to help me if I get into trouble.
Hey, watch who you're trying to fool. Come back when you have the ore.
Hi Lucy, welcome in. Good morning, good time zone. Yeah, so the guards want protection money. 10 ore each, I think one of them even 15. And it's for their parts of the circle, of the ring. Which amounts to a lot of ore for a guy who just found one chunk randomly somewhere. But yeah, at least he's honest enough to just not do anything if we're not paying. There are guards who are more persistent about that kind of stuff. Okay, here's the plains where Nick was sent to pick mushrooms. Already saw some scavengers over there. Slave's bread. One of the 2 types of mushroom here. They look the same to me, but apparently they are different ones. Let's see how close we can get to these. But they also have a small cave, and I'd like to know what they have in there. So that's 3 mole rats. Okay, come over. Before the others spot me, please. Adult monsters are still a bit scary. Let's see, that's some rice. As long as I can get by on grilled meat, we should be fine. Not just one of you, please. I'd like to live through this encounter. Get over here. Following. Let me get away from that one. Let's walk back. All right. And that was us passing 500 XP and getting our first level up. Nice. It's gonna give us some skill points. Yeah, 10 skill points. The next level is at 1500 experience. Okay, gonna have to see what we're gonna do with the skill points. Strength is probably a good bet, because that should improve our damage output and allow us to carry heavier weapons later on as well. So what were they guarding? The dead guard. Would you look at that? We get some ore and amulet of the dead guard. It says neck on the back. Gives 5 points of protection against weapons. It is valued at 50, which means if we were to buy it, we'd have to pay 50 chunks of ore. If we were to sell it, we would get 25. Because 50% margin is how everything works here. Withered axe. About that. Has a higher damage output. Try that later on. Some healing herbs. Other plant life. And 2 more shrooms. And through all that, I still haven't seen Mud again. Maybe he did get lost. We earlier mentioned the arena.
Hey, you!
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've seen you here before.
Yeah,
no
you saw me
I've
leave
only
just a moment earlier.
Then watch out. The outside world is pretty dangerous. You're only safe inside a camp.
Yeah, just a bit of math though. It's gonna be fine. Okay, so we collected some new meat.
Hey, newcomer.
Which
I'm Mordrai. You should remember that name. You can buy any kind of goods from me at a cheap price.
Yeah, show me that before we talk about the other things.
Choose something.
Let's see. Teeth. That's one of the hunter trophies we can harvest at some point. Tumbler, plate, watches, or picks. Essence of healing. That thing gives 50 points of 50 hit points back. That's more than we have currently. And it's only valued at 25 war. Our life isn't worth all that much currently. Bread, just other food, rice schnapps, rice, arrows. Since we don't have a bow, the arrows are irrelevant to us. Lockpicks are going to be interesting at some point, but not while we don't have any money. Let's ask him about the courier job he's having.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
Okay, so joining the new camp still gets us into the castle at some point.
Tell me more about the new camp.
It's the camp where you have the most freedom within the colony. We don't have any ore barons or gurus bossing us around. We have our own mine, but the ore that is produced there isn't given to the damn king.
So what is it used for?
Our magicians are working on a plan to break out of here. All the ore is collected for this plan. While Gomez and his people are lazing around, we drudge for freedom. That's what's going on.
Still interesting approach.
And if I wanted to join the new camp, could you help me?
If you're serious, we can go now. I can take you to Laris. He's the head of our gang. But if you prefer to beat me out of the camp, well, go for it.
Yeah, not really planning to do that. But yeah, he could show us the way to the new camp. But let's tell him that Boris is onto him.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
Because I think you're smarter than that, boy. You'll soon realize that there are better opportunities than working for Gomez. We, too, need capable people in the new camp. And nobody tells you what to do.
Okay. So we can try fighting him or go with him. That's the two things Motra currently has to offer. Let me check Snow's recipe. 3 meat bugs and 5 helm mushrooms. Let's see if we got that. Food. Helm mushrooms, 13. That's more than enough. And 3 pieces of bug meat. Okay, that works. Jekyll, you're gonna get money at some point, maybe. Funny thing, by the way, everything we can interact with lights up if we look at it straight enough. And currently we can't do anything with this board, but there's a hammer item. And you're gonna see NPCs hammering on their huts, and we can do the same. It doesn't have an effect, but we can do it. The game is full of these little things. It's actually quite nice. Makes it lifting.
I have the things you wanted from me.
Good. I just have to add them. Then the stew will be ready. Wait.
Don't stir too fast, it might explode. And are you sure it doesn't need to cook for longer than a few seconds? Maybe he does take the full minute.
You told me I could have as much stew as I wanted.
And that's true. Here, take 3 portions.
You told me I could have as much stew as I wanted.
Sure, but there's nothing left today. Come back tomorrow.
Okay, so we brought him ingredients once, and now we can get 3 portions of meat bug ragu every day, which is either 9 hit points or 2 chunks of ore. What? What was the other plant we picked up? Also HP. Healing herbs makes sense. So far all plants are for recovering HP.
Don't pay attention to me. I'll stay with you, don't worry.
Don't pay attention to me, said the one who actually just talked to me through a wall. And you did get lost, didn't you? Anyone care that I'm in here? Not really.
Could you please keep quiet for a minute?
Sure.
Hey, you! You got no business in there. Beat it.
Here, mud running against the wall. You really got stuck in there. I mean, if he stays in there...
You were as clever boy.
Yeah. If he stays in there, that's fine with me. But where was the guy who wasn't there, but was there, because Neck wasn't? Because we did find him. Just beyond the arena, wasn't it?
Reliance on...
If you think...
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Alright, let's hear it, Fletcher.
People always...
It's about Neck.
Yeah?
I think I've found him.
What? Where is he?
Feeding the rats?
Oh, no! Damn it! That means I have to run the show here now. I was hoping he'd be coming back. Now I have a problem.
What's the problem?
I'm in debt to Scatty, right up to my neck. Now he knows I'm doing Neck's job. He'll be coming around every day.
Well,
let me pass.
Just walk past me. By the way, you're just standing there. So. Let me jump down here. Not too far, so I don't take damage. Scatty, that's you, isn't it? So yeah. Betting debts, I suppose.
What's your job here?
I'm in charge of the arena. I organize the bets, hire new fighters, you know.
I want to join the camp. Can you help me?
I might be able to, if you manage to impress me. Some of the best fighters from all 3 camps come here to compete against each other. Challenge one of them to a fight. I'll watch you, and if you're good, maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, being a good fighter gets you pretty far in a colony of convicts. Who would have thunk?
I thought the old camp and the new camp didn't get on. So why do you let their people fight here?
It's simple. There's fights here once a week, and the diggers always like to see one of the rogues from the new camp get flattened. If one of them fights, there's more bets, and that's good for business.
Personally, I can't stand the swines from the new camp. But business is business.
That's a lot of business.
Do you train fighters at all?
Yeah, but not just for fun. If you want me to train you, you'll have to pay for it.
Okay, but he can teach us to use a one-handed sword properly. 50 ore, which we don't have. But that's good to know. There's Borhanis from the Sect camp.
Step aside.
The fighter from here, and Karim, the fighter from the new camp.
Step aside.
Just walk around me. I did look into modding this game actually back in the day, and through the debug and development tools you see a lot of things. For example, all over the map there's invisible points, and these points are connected through straight lines, and NPCs can be told to go through specific points or to specific points, and they will do so automatically along other points along those straight lines, which is why NPCs really cannot walk around you. They have to tell you to step out of the way, and they will do so repeatedly, aggressively. But so far as I know, they won't actually attack, which is nice. But yeah, this is the first person we're meeting from the swamp camp, so what do you have to tell?
What are you doing here?
Me? I'm fighting for the glory of the Sleeper.
Sleeper.
What is the Sleeper? You will find priests who will be able to answer that question better than I can in our camp. I'll just tell you this much. The Sleeper is our Redeemer. He has led us to this place, and he'll get us out of here.
You mean you're waiting for your god to liberate you?
Yes, and the wait will soon be over. A great invocation is currently being prepared.
Yeah, the spiked skull symbol on his chest, that's actually the iconography that represents the Sleeper, and it was also on the main menu and the cover of the game, so that might be important later on.
Could you describe the way to your camp?
There are always some novices around here in the old camp, willing to accompany newcomers like you to our camp. You only need to speak to them.
Okay, so there's people that can get us to both other camps. Describing.
Could you describe the way to your camp?
There are always some novices around here in the old camp.
Okay.
You fight in the arena?
I was sent here from the swamp by my masters to fight for the Sleeper. I'll fight here for his higher glory, so all infidels can see how strong his power has made me.
You sure you didn't just, I don't know, train? Because the Sleeper sounds like a very cozy job and not something that gives other people strength.
What kind of invocation is it you're planning?
Our prophets say that the common invocation of the Sleeper is the key to freedom. If you want to find out more about it, just come to our camp.
Okay, and I'm not gonna challenge him, at least not right now. I don't have the skills for that. What about you, Karim?
I'm new here. Who are you?
I'm Karim. You must have just been booted in here, or else you'd have heard of me. I'm the best fighter this damned camp has ever seen.
Yeah, and he's not gonna talk about other things.
Hi,
Let's check
I'm new
him out.
here.
You don't say.
tell me about the outside world. It's been over a month since I heard anything from outside. I'm Kurgo. I fight in the arena.
Are you good?
At fighting? I haven't been doing it for long, but I've already won a fight.
Okay, so he's the newest. And should be our first opponent in the arena, I guess.
Come on, I want to pass!
Yeah. But he's wearing armor. Not. So that's cool. Let me think. The first piece of armor I can get. I think that's Digger's Pants. Which I can... At the new camp or at the mine, the old mine? Not entirely sure, but we have to go to the old mine anyway. For Diego, for his mission. But yeah, we helped Fletcher to find the dead guard neck. We know about Scotty, who will give us his vote if we are fighting well. Diego gave us our task. Look over here. Fingers at his smallest hidden hut.
I want to become a shadow.
So?
Can you help me?
I wouldn't know how.
I'm looking for somebody to teach me something.
Why have you come to me?
Diego sent me.
You should have said that before. If you want to join the camp, it's an advantage to be a good fighter or thief. If the influential shadows in this camp test you, they'll give you tasks you better not get caught doing. That's why the way of the thief would be a good start to you. Incidentally, I'm the best thief in the whole of the old camp.
What can you teach me?
That depends on what you want to know.
Yeah, and also what I can pay you. Apparently you don't take ore.
I want to learn how to sneak around.
I believe, no false modesty, that I'm one of the best thieves they ever chucked into this colony. But when it comes to teaching how to sneak around, Cavalorn is the better man for you.
Cavalorn. Okay, gonna make a note of that name for later. So, opening locks of pickpocketing. I think I'm gonna get into pickpocketing first.
I want to become a skilled pickpocket.
Forget it. You'll never make a skilled thief unless you can sneak around.
That's a good point. Okay, maybe I should keep my skill points for now then. Where can I find Cavalorn?
Where can I find Cavalorn?
He's hunting out in the wild.
Oh,
You'll find him at the path to the new camp. Westwards of the old camp, there's a wide canyon. In this canyon, there's an old woodcutter's hut. You'll find him there.
Okay. Maybe we should find him then. Yeah, the rendering is a bit weird at the edges of the screen. Is there anything I want to do here before we check out other camps? Let me think. Got my food for now. Not gonna get any more weapons or
I doubt that's ever
or armor. I can get the map to the old mine though. Did Diego say just left of the north gate?
There must be something about that story different.
I'm not listening to
That's really made. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
That wasn't very clever.
It's the same.
No one in here. Where's Graham? Have you seen him? Oh yeah, smoking. The one other thing they do besides drinking.
I'm new here. Who are you?
I am Baal Taran of the Brotherhood of the Sleeper.
Brotherhood?
What is the Brotherhood of the Sleeper?
We're a community of believers in a new faith. Our camp is situated in the east, in the swamp. I've come to preach the words of the Sleeper to strangers like you.
Who is the Sleeper?
The Sleeper is our Redeemer. He disclosed himself 5 years ago through Iberian, our master. Since then, we have renounced the 3 gods, and you should do so as well. The gods just stood by and watched while we were exiled to this prison. But the Sleeper will lead us to freedom.
That wasn't very clever.
Interesting approach.
How do I get to the Brotherhood's camp?
I'm busy, but Baal Parvez should be somewhere in this camp as well. He's near the marketplace, on the other side of the castle. I believe he's even got his own hut there.
Okay, so we can find a guide on the other end of camp.
How does your god prove his might?
He speaks to us through visions. Whoever hears his voice no longer doubts his might. If you take the weed which grows in the swamp, you will be close to the Sleeper and able to hear him. Some people even see images.
I see.
I can hear and see your god if I smoke your stuff. Interesting. Interesting. No one's gonna joke in any way, shape or form about that, eh?
What will the way to freedom look like?
We are preparing a great invocation of the Sleeper, in which all novices create the contact together. In this invocation, the Sleeper will reveal the path to freedom.
I need to get into the castle. Can you help me?
I fear I cannot, brother. The only ones among us who may enter the castle are those who supply the weed to Gomez. We gather swamp weed and sell part of it to the old camp in exchange for goods from the outside world. If you were one of the couriers working for Kor Kalom, you could get into the castle. But for that, you would need to be one of us. What do you want to do in the castle anyway?
Don't worry about it.
I want to meet somebody there.
Do you? Who? And why don't you just wait until he comes out?
That's none of your business.
Fine, man. I just wanted to help.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Brotherhood. They're mostly just friendly. Bit weird at times. And they have the usual sect rule structures. But generally it's a quiet life.
Hey,
Oh,
you!
no.
Are you talking to me?
I'm warning you, people like you can get into trouble awfully quick round here. And most of the guys they chuck in here are bastards. They think they can do what they like to you, but we won't allow that. Gomez wants some peace in the camp, and we guards make sure he gets it. But it's a job that doesn't come cheap. That's why I'm asking you for some ore. Look on it as a kind of token of friendship. You help us, and we'll help you. If you get in trouble, we'll be there for you.
How much is it with you?
Why not? How much ore were you thinking of?
Not much. 10 ore, that's all I need.
Yeah, I don't have much, but I think I'm gonna
Here's your
pay
war.
him.
I can always use a friend or two.
You seem to be a clever lad. From now on, we'll be watching out for you. But that doesn't mean to say you can do what you like around here, okay?
See ya.
Don't you worry about anything here in the camp. We'll be looking out for you.
Sure. Yeah, Bloodwin is one of the guards who doesn't take kindly to not paying. So I'd rather pay him than deal with everything around that.
Hi, I'm new here.
I'm Graham. I draw maps. I haven't seen you here before. What do you want?
Talking fast.
Diego sent me. He asked you to give me a map with a route to the old mine.
No problem. For you, only 20 ore.
I don't have that.
Hold on. Diego said you should give me the map, not that you should sell it to me.
But I'm not interested. Have you any idea how difficult it is to make a map like this? 20 is my special price for friends of Diego. Usually I take 50.
Give me the map or I'll take it.
Hey, be cool, man. I don't want trouble. Here, take the map and leave me alone.
Okay, let's have a look at that map. That's apparently so valuable. Map to the old mine. It's a very small map. He does sell a larger map that shows more of the colony. But yeah, that comes at an even higher price. So we have this arrow in the middle, in the outer ring, that's our position and current looking direction, and this X, this cave entrance, that's the old mine. Now a little water hole up north is the exchange place, where we started the game. So roughly the same distance, but we have to cross through the forest, and as the hunters told us earlier, it's not a great idea without some proper protection. And there are a few wolves along the path. Nothing to be done about it but running for now, though, I guess. That's gonna be something. I'm not a great fighter in RPGs, which doesn't help with this one. The rain makes it hard to gauge the time. Don't think it's time to sleep again yet. Anything else I should get? And then I guess I'm gonna ask Modrak to escort me to the new camp. That's probably not a bad idea. Let's food in though. There we go. The game's saved. Yeah, back down to one chunk of ore. No good way to make more. Learning the hunting skills is very expensive. That was in the hundreds if I recall correctly.
You shouldn't believe everything.
Can be a nice place in the evenings. Nature sounds, music by the fire. People eating their bread as loud as they can. You know, cozy things. But huts with 2 doors are usually permitted to be traversed, so no harm there. Okay, let's sleep to the morning and check out where Modrak can bring us.
It looks as if you knew what you were doing.
Nobody ain't complained yet. But that would be a bad idea anyway. Every idiot here needs a sword, and that is what they get from me.
Yeah, and that's why I stopped to talk to you as well. Before heading off, because maybe I can get something better out here.
How long does it take you to make one blade?
That depends. I'm as fast as a hurricane with simple swords. Of course, only on condition that the price motivates me. A freak like Whistler usually has to wait longer for his toy than other people.
Why? Doesn't he pay enough?
No, on the contrary. He gave me 150 off for his last sword. The guy is into ornaments and girly stuff like that, and of course that's not cheap. Hey, you ain't curious at all, are you, pal?
Of course not.
Well, Smith, how's business?
Why would you want to know?
I may have an order for you.
Oh, really? And what?
I'll think about it.
Come back when you really need something, and don't get on my nerves.
It was obvious. You're very probably right.
I'd like to try working here as well.
Ah, but don't you think that you can make great blades?
Right.
What do I have to do?
Okay, take the steel and hold it into the fire. Then you have to lay the red-hot steel across the anvil. When you're finished, you put the hot blade into the water bucket over there to temper it. The cooled blade finally has to be sharpened on the grindstone.
I see.
However, you'll need some things for that. I could sell them to you.
I thought that had been cleared ages ago.
It's pretty simplified, but close enough to reality, actually.
I'd better keep
So,
out of
yep,
it.
good implementation here.
You're very probably right.
I'd like to buy some blacksmith equipment.
People don't need to know.
What's the cost though? Blade that still needs to be sharpened into a sword at 80. Glowing blade at 64. Glowing steel, raw steel. Okay, so 40 tons of ore is the cheapest we can get raw steel. Let's see if I can scrounge something together. Coin isn't worth anything. Just 2 tumblers. 8. Not so any of that. I'd like to keep my food. I got a feeling I'm gonna need amulet later. Weapons. That's probably our best bet currently. So the rusty sword has a value of 10. If you chuck it in there, the counter goes up to 5. For that good. I'd like to keep a pickaxe for later. And even selling the old sword, that brings us up to 11. No chance. Oh well. Really need to find a good way to get into some money. Unnamed people.
Don't blather so much. Yeah.
Anything in here? No. Not really. Okay, let me save the game again. So, we had a quest to get Mordrak out of here anyway. Let's see if we can get him out and still have us have him show us the way.
This camp ain't big enough for the both of us.
Pardon me?
Thor has sent me. He wants to get rid of you once and for all.
Really? Thoris? That's all I wanted to know.
Little
Don't
gust of
try
wind and
that
he would have
again.
fallen over by himself.
Well,
Nice of you to leave me some of your ore.
yeah, if people knock us out, they will take our ore. If they don't even kill us outright. And after some time, we can get back up.
You look looking for trouble with me again?
No, I'm not. I'm really not. Okay, that was not the way. Yeah, I'm gonna be like that. Because there's a few discussions that really should go a specific way.
This
but there were
campaign's
other
big enough
options
for
as
the both
well.
of us.
Pardon me?
There ain't no room for people who steal from the ore barons.
Oh, that's what you mean. Why didn't you just say so?
Okay. It was short option 3. Because we can just do this amicably.
This camp ain't
Pardon.
Just get out of this camp.
Big words.
Not this way, though. In that case, just show us the way. I think he's gonna keep for a while in the new camp anyway.
Let's go to the new camp.
Okay, follow me.
Lead the way. I'm gonna do that by day so we can see where we're going. And with company, so A, you can find the way, because I don't remember anything about that. And B, he can fight the tougher stuff for us. Still gonna pick my plants on the side of the road, if we run into them. So we are walking west, so I think we even come by Cavalorn's hut. And we run into 4. Yeah, we even get the experience points. So we are in a group. That's nice. But yeah, we can need Cavalorn to learn sneaking. And I still get the meats. Oh, wrong button. People that are escorting us are quick enough as well, so not that much to worry about. What are you two guarding over there? Oh wait, let me take the meat with me. Yeah, two hunks of grilled meat are gonna heal us almost full, so still worth it to pick it all up. And I'm in the habit of still picking it up towards the end of the game anyway, so... Oh yeah, there's also other creatures. A rusty sword dropped by a goblin. There's a few kinds of goblins actually. You don't care about me picking everything up? Okay. Minecrawler suit. Interesting. Goblin isn't carrying anything. Club is money as well. Cavalorn.
What are you doing out here?
I'm a hunter. Above all, I hunt scavengers.
Very husky, very laid-back voice. Good casting. The German original was pretty close to that one.
Where will I get a bow?
Here, I sell the best bows in the old camp.
Show me your goods.
What are they gonna cost me? Oh, you got a good bit of ore. And some beer and some water. Short bow for 40. Rider's bow for 80. Okay, we currently have a dexterity of 10, so we can only handle the short bow. 20 damage is actually nice. But yeah, we probably don't have enough for that. Looking at my weapons, no, 3 rusty swords. Still not really it. But I think you can teach
me something about hunting?
That depends. What do you want to know?
Okay, he can teach us about using the bow and sneaking.
I want to learn how to sneak around.
Good idea. That's most important if you want to enter hunts to get at somebody from behind. If you bend your knees when walking, you can see the floor better, and you have better control over your body as well. But everybody will notice you in this posture, so make sure nobody sees you when you sneak around. Keep in mind what I told you, and above all, never get caught.
That's a very basic explanation of the whole thing. But fine. Also, man, you're losing your apples and leaving the food everywhere, so don't be surprised when the meat bugs get it all. Anything else you have here of interest? You're far enough away, are you? Cavalorn's keys, teeth, a wolf skin, a torch, beer, lockpick, and I hear a mullet. Probably I did not want to use the bed right now. I want to get away from the enemy noises. Okay, we learned something, so let's save the game. But he's got a key. Why is there living prey next to the hunter's hut? Something like that. It's 2 more, that's great. Mordrak, would you please? There's this thing behind me. Thanks. I hope he's not running too far off. Let me eat some. And here's a door. I think that fits our key. Cavalorn's key, actually. Torch. Oh, a locked chest. Let's see. Nope. Left. Right. Okay, that was an easy one. So yeah, lockpicking is guessing the right combination of left and right. And seeing it in sequence and praying that the lockpick doesn't just break. A scroll of fire books. Interesting. Mana cost 1, so we can even use that. And 30 fire damage. That's nice. A few arrows. Good chunk of ore. Crude sword. Requires double the strength we have, but that's probably the best sword we can currently get. And that's also the thing we would be able to create in the smith. Withered axe, so the same as we're currently carrying, and a lockpick to replace the one we did not actually break, so it's good. Yeah, we can only move items one by one. It's a bit slow, a bit annoying at times, but well. Shorter 10 string. It's, yeah. see what we have here. Skin of a shadow beast. 100 ore. 2. Okay. So yeah, the path of the thief is a good way to come into money. And we didn't even need any actual thief's skills here. We already have a short bow with this. And a few more arrows. Bit annoying that we can run out of arrows, but let's see, 17, and we now have a ranged weapon. That's gonna help out. Look at that one. Okay, and we were never here. So, Cavalorn, you are also a trader. Show me your goods. We have 200 nuggets of ore. Yeah, the rider's bow we can't use, so the short bow is the best we're gonna get currently. Lockpick. Let's see. You can take those cups off our hands, and the jug that was in front of your place. I'm gonna try and sell you your key, because why not? Some teeth, wolf skin, skin of a shadow beast, just some miscellaneous junk in it. An axe we don't need. The club is not of interest to us. Okay. I'm gonna take your lockpick. Maybe a few more arrows. We have currently 17. So that would take us to 30. 40 arrows for now. Probably not a bad deal. Bad idea. Maybe a few more. That just took one chunk of. Yeah, and give me the rest of more nuggets. Then I have to remember the right keybind to seal the deal. I think it was return. Just enter. Confirmation. Yeah, leveling out these interfaces is a bit tedious. Yeah, it's leveled out. We get rid of some junk. We get some things we need. Accept. Thanks for buying your own stuff with me. Have those two been locked in fight the whole time? The pathfinding of old games is marvelous. You're fixated on my partner? Knock you in the head from behind. As soon as NPCs pull aggro, they can just walk in any way they see fit. Mostly straight lines though. But yeah, as soon as they're using normal pathfinding, only along the grid. Nothing to be done about it. What's this? Stone root. Plants at the side of the road. A wolf, which gives you 90 experience. So just to give you an idea of how valuable those are, or how strong. But yeah, nothing to loot because we can't pull teeth or claws or fur or anything. Oh, wrong button again. So who are you?
What are you doing here?
I'm a hunter. I make a living out of selling skins and teeth.
Does it pay?
If you know how to cut up the beast the right way, yeah.
So there's two hunters here, and they live a stone throw away from each other. But they are peaceful with each other? Interesting.
I want to learn how to cut up animals.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, all of it, please, but I don't have any skill points or enough ore. Jack, can I get this stuff off of you? Apparently. What about that chest? Healing spell. Cool. You don't mind doing? Nice. He really doesn't. Anything else around your camp? Not for now. Alright, Modrock. Let's go. Oh, level up. We could just pick up the hunter skills. I'll be right back, Modrock. I'll be right back. Cool. Like a rock.
I want to learn how to cut up animals.
What do you want to know?
So the most valuable parts are usually fur, and pretty much anything has teeth or claws. But I can't get all of them right now. And skinning reptiles is not interesting yet. Let me check. How much ore did I get? $189. Okay. If you tell me how to skin animals and pull their teeth, I can get some value out of the wolves we just killed and get some more ore from Cavalorn.
What do you want to know?
How can I skin these creatures?
It's very important to skin them from the front to the back. Once you get the hang of it, it'll be easy. Furs are very valuable. The furs of wolves and shadow beasts can be used to make clothes. When you examine the fur of a killed animal, you'll soon notice if it can be used or not.
How do I get the teeth?
The most important thing is to make sure the teeth don't splinter. To avoid that, put your knife near the center of the tooth and lever it out carefully. You can take the teeth of wolves, shadow beasts, and snappers.
You can take the teeth of shadow beasts. You think I can kill a shadow beast? I'm flattered. Concerned about your ability to size up enemies, but flattered. Did the wolves despawn already? Or did I just jump by them? Not seen. Oh, they despawned. Too bad. Oh well. Modrock, which way did you go? Do you take a left turn here? No, this must be it. Where's Modrock? Confused. Guides don't leave you behind. So I just walk back a bit to talk to Aiden again. What's that? Oh, not sure. I walked up with Modrock this path. This would be the left turn from there. And he ain't here. And if I take the right turn, he's not here either. Not in the shadows of the trees. Didn't fall down, did he? If I remember correctly, the camp is somewhere around this corner. But Modrock not being with me is slightly concerning now. He did walk right up to camp. Interesting.
Well, here we are. When you pass through the gate, you'll reach the new camp. Talk to Lars. He will help you. Give this to him. It's a precious ring. It's your ticket to see Lars. You need a good reason to be allowed to meet him. Well, thinking about it, I think I'll stay here for some time. I've earned enough for now, and things are heating up in the old camp. If you want,
yeah, they are
come
indeed.
and meet me at the bar. It's the hut out on the lake. Take care.
See you.
Okay, so the outskirts of the new camp. What's stopping us around here?
That's not really my problem.
The rogues are the first rank, and I'm not actually sure what the others are called. Let me check my skill points. Still 8 to go. But if I recall correctly, we can get some strength right around here. Get a save up. So these are the rice fields, where one of the lower ranks from around here harvesting. We have those tending to the fields here, and we have diggers both in the new and the old mine. And everything above them is ranks that are joined to one of the 3 camps.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. I was one of the first.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Why are you here?
Taxes, boy, taxes. My shed was as empty as my stomach, and I just couldn't pay. So one day the soldiers came and brought me here, but it's no worse in here than it is out there. At least I won't starve in here. I always paid my taxes before, all my life. But that wasn't good enough for that son of a bitch with a crown.
Yeah, it be like that. It do be like that. Also, very, very nice scarecrow with the human skull here. I bet that's effective. Anyone else bearing names out here? Not on this level. Think back here.
What are you doing here?
Hello?
You looking for trouble?
It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
Hey, relax. I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a
That's
blacksmith at the
impressive.
time. I didn't know my own strength.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
And he can teach us to be stronger, but and make a little safety safe. Because
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
what was
Even
the
if I
path here?
could, what would you use your strength for?
To teach these masters how to talk to me properly, self-defense. Good question.
Self-defense.
That takes speed, not strength. Do you think cracking skulls is better than finding peace?
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
What about that
To teach
option?
these bastards how to talk to me properly.
And before you knew it, you'd become another of those bastards yourself. No, sir, I'm not training you for that.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
Not yet.
I thought so.
Okay. Gonna have to keep core ratio thoughts.
Somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
The Rice Lord. Oh, that's a title you don't see every day.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Some people never.
Have you got work for me?
Go and see Lefty. He's usually to the right of the shed.
Let's talk about something else instead.
To the right of the shed. So, to your left. To your left hand.
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure.
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the Rice Lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
Lefty sent me.
Oh, yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
So you have 24 farmers and give them 12 bottles of water. Great.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Do you have a leader?
Well, you could say the Rice Lord's our leader. But most of us only work for him because they're scared of him and his thugs. Not like me. Well, I've been around a few years, and I've had enough of being knocked around by the rogues in the camp. The rice fields are just right for me.
Here, have
Lefty
some
sent
as
me.
well.
I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
No.
I thought so.
And there was something with the Rice Lord that would give him another dialogue option here. But I don't quite remember. I can skip lines of dialogue, but I can't skip their emotions.
Thanks, boy.
Oh yeah, the water thing is a whole quest line, I think. There's
Are
something
you working in the
behind
rice
it.
fields voluntarily?
Yeah, that's right. Better to be working here of your own free will than being forced into it by the Rice Lord's thugs.
I see.
Okay, you got water already.
Lefty sent me.
Did anyone count? Was that 4 or 5 now?
Thanks, boy.
Lefty
Is that
sent
a
me.
name?
I brought you.
Thanks, man.
What do you have to tell me?
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Well, that warning comes a bit late. I already took the water job.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days, he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
Let's give out some more
Lefty
water.
sent me.
And talk about this to Horatio.
Thanks, man. A bit long.
Whose job is it to make sure everything goes according to plan in the fields?
Everyone's. The Rice Lord's supposed to be watching over the work. But if you ask me, he spends all day sitting in his bunker counting his sacks. Well, him and Homer did set all this up.
Homer, you say? Gonna have to check that one out later.
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Check how much is left, but I'm not sure we had any water before. Should check that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
I'm just gonna give out all I have. Not hurt. I'm not gonna use that much water
Thanks,
anymore.
boy.
We know that dialogue already. We had talked to Puck.
Lefty.
I think that's
Thanks,
two
man.
more. Yep.
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, boy.
Everything okay with you?
Yeah, it's good to see a new face.
Hang on. We talked earlier.
No, we can't have done. I've never seen you before in my life.
Sure.
Really keeping your head down, aren't you?
Everything okay with you?
Yeah, it's good to see a new face.
Hang on.
No.
Sure. Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man.
A lot of people trying to drink the mud, eh? Yeah, working conditions are ideal here, it feels.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
Great. So yeah, we can get 12 bottles of water every day over here.
Lefty sent me.
Oh, yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount.
Yeah, that's pretty much an endless cycle that we can repeat every day.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
No.
I thought so.
But we already brought everyone water today, so I'm not gonna worry myself with that for now. Let's get a bit into the camp before.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up. Watch
It's
your
gonna
back.
be a glorious sight, I think. Maybe? Oh, Homer. You heard that name already.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Where can I find the beast?
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever goes there. That's probably where its den is.
A lurker is a bit more dangerous than the average scavenger, so nothing for today, I'd reckon.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
Okay, so they have this artificial lake and using the water to water the rice fields. Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, no weapons in camp. Understood.
And where do you want to go?
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You don't look like no scraper. You won't get in here like that, boy.
That's how it goes.
I look scrappy as anything. I just wanted to sit down at the bar and call it a day. But no. Well. I think I can get some pants from their uniform though. Just gonna walk over to the mine, which is somewhere here past the camp entrance. Past 3 scavengers? You serious? Have to try out a bow. Or not. When did I last save, folks? Just quick check for me. Hey, you guys seem strong. Okay. Let's eat something. And save and see if we Can't do anything about those buggers. Of course they all gotta notice me. Yeah, no experience points for me. I just wanted to get through there. Oh, what's this path again? Oh, there was more creatures along this path, wasn't there? Yep. Press the right buttons, I would also be faster about this or take less damage. It's getting dark out. That was a quick one. That's what I'd like to see. Wasn't there also a wolf on this track? Yep, and it's hunting mole rats. That's 2 mole rats I don't have to worry about, I guess. How close do I need to get for this to work, eh? Okay, I don't have time to switch weapons. That's cool. Okay, no way I'm getting past that one by fighting, so the only other way is running. And since save and reload resets the AI, it's not gonna be distracted by feeding either. Let's hope I'm quick enough.
Ah, a visitor.
I'd better be going.
I hope we...
Yeah. Just take care of the wolf if it's still following. And I can't see where I'm going. Anyone around here give me a place to either sleep or maybe some pants so I can get into the bar?
I'll just have a look around here.
Then just watch out that you don't mess up here in the hollow, else you'll be in your grave faster than you'd like to think.
That's nice of you.
Who are you?
I'm Ukko. I'm the boss of the hollow.
I just wanted to have a glance into the mine.
Oh, you just wanted to stroll into the mine. Suppose you don't have a clue what's going on here. Nobody sets a foot in the mine without my permission. Always remember, whoever goes into the mine or the gatehouse without my permission is a dead man.
Will I be allowed to go in?
I don't even know you. Why should I let you go into the mine?
That's a fair question.
I have things to see to.
We don't need any more scrapers. Yeah, and these ore nuggets are where the ore is coming from. We can do the ore animation ourselves, but if I check, currently have 39 chunks of ore. I'm gonna let this play out. It's not gonna stop playing. Okay, we hacked at it for a bit. Let's break this off and still 39. So, no easy ore for us. I keep walking through the dark, I'm gonna fall to my death. Maybe the torch is gonna save me. There's gotta be a way down. Yeah. You got a name. And something to smoke. Alright, I'll wait.
Who are you?
I'm the best mining engineer this damn colony has ever seen, my boy. I make sure half our boys don't go getting themselves killed by falling rocks just because they're too stupid to scrape the right places.
That's an important job.
I'd like to join you as a scraper.
Oh, yeah? Well, just don't think you're gonna get anything much out of it. There's 3 portions of rice a day. Any extra, you'll have to see to yourself. Do you know why we're doing this? We're doing this job so one day we can all walk out of here to freedom. Well, that means all the ore's to be handed in. Then it goes on the big ore mound. And once a month, everybody who's been working here gets 50 ore to get stoned on. That's the most important things you ought to know. Do you at least have any experience on the job?
No.
Of course you don't. Why is it always me? Okay, listen carefully. You take this stuff and put it on. Here. If an ore nugget falls on your foot while you're not wearing your protective clothing, you'll be crippled for life and only worth half of what you were before to us. There'll be a pickaxe lying somewhere around here, but you won't be able to do much with it. Well, so what?
How much ore have you collected so far?
The mages say that we won't need much more. Go to the new camp and have a look at the mound.
Okay, so now in the armor, Digger's Dress, 10 points of protection against weapons and 5 against fire. And even this thing that we just got for free for talking to the right guy has a value of 250 a piece of ore. Just to give you an idea how much expensive armor is in this game. Well, at least now we look like a scraper, so we should be able to get into... where did I come down? Into a bar. There's gotta be a ramp somewhere here. I just fell down at an awkward point. Back at the Oku. There's a ladder.
Hey, you, what's up?
Who are you?
Hi.
You're walking about here as if you were searching for something.
Really?
Yeah, the
maybe
way
you're
out.
right. Why?
Great, ask me. Maybe I can help you.
What did you have in mind?
What do you need?
What about a good sword, thick armor, or access to the mine?
Ah, no, that's nothing. I can give you something that'll make your eyes pop out of their sockets. I can give you a weapon that will defeat any foe. You only need to do me a small favor, then it'll be yours. What do you say?
No, just leave it. I'm not interested.
Well then, as you wish. You've had your chance.
That sounds like a scam if I ever heard one. Also not the way out of here. So where's that other ramp? Must have come down here somewhere.
Hey, you! You're not one of my men.
What are you talked doing just earlier.
I need to go on.
Then leave me alone.
You talk to me. People are weird. Very weird. Okay, first when I saw this wooden ramp, I came down this one. So it must have come from somewhere over here. Very weird. Indeed. Okay, let me save that so I can sneak by the wolf again. Very sneaky, all that jumping. The torch in the dark. What if the wolf aims for the torches? Days since the last epic musical reference, 0. But I think Helia left already. And it's getting late for me as well. So just gonna find my way back to the bar. Just check if Mordrak made the journey as well. And then we're gonna call it for today. Not training here anymore at the middle of the night. Gotta see when we're gonna continue this. Since I got no streaming schedule, only the occasional, oh, I feel like it. But yeah, my socials are linked below.
And where do you want to go?
Why?
In there.
In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
That won't happen again.
Before you interrupted me, yeah, you can find my socials below and nag me about going on.
Always talk.
And yeah, we'll see to when we get there. Now let's get in here. I'm a scraper.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You look like one of those filthy rats. Come on in.
Yeah, because we're wearing pants. Oh, different pants than before.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Alright, good point to get another game save. The last hydration reminder for today as well. Get a stretch in, everyone. And let's see if I can send you over to me. If I can find my cursor again, there we go. Anyone I know still alive? Oh yeah, after we ate so much bug meat, there's Bugman live. Over in the just chatting category, blind box hand cam party. That sounds interesting. In that case, let me get that raid going. And yeah, you can wish the Bugman a good time zone. And we're gonna see each other sometime soon for another round of Gothic. See you then. Bye-bye.